It's time. It's time. It's time. Today is June the 16th, 2025, and it is 9:14 a.m. Be your own man. Be your own man. Be your own man. Christopher Livingston Eubank, former super middleweight champion and former middleweight champion. He's known for his TKO victory over Nigel, the Dark Destroyer, Ben. And most recently, their two sons fought to a draw, which I believe is one of my favorite fights of all time. And I have it, you can quote me, I have it as fight of the year. Okay. Christopher Eubanks is a very underrated fighter because he was very arrogant. He was very flamboyant. He was a showman. He was very cocky in the ring. I call him the pose boxer, the pose fighter, but he was very technical. Okay. And he has a YouTube channel called Call Chris Eubank. And there was a particular episode. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like the first, I think this was the first question. And there was a guy, he asked how can he make a woman love him? And one thing that Christopher Eubank said, which is the title of my video, was you have to be your own man. And in this particular video, I'm going to be talking to just the men. Normally my videos are for both men and women, but this particular video is just for men. Okay. And that stood out to me because I don't need anybody's validation. I don't need nobody's approval but the man upstairs. God will give me everything that I need to prosper in life, and he will give you everything you need to prosper in life. And you have to believe in yourself. And that's what Christopher Eubanks was telling that guy who had the first question, that you have to affirm yourself that you're brilliant. And I exercise that. I've been exercising that for the past couple of days, telling myself that I'm brilliant, no matter how I feel. At my job, I'm in retail, so there's money involved. I had counted some money and I had came up a little short the first time. Then I counted it again after I said I'm brilliant, and I said it while I was counting it, and I was able to successfully, count the money. But the reason why I had to do a video and to give like a brief spoiler of the episode was because, we don't really have a lot of old school guys that can give wisdom. And Christopher Eubanks is one of those old school guys that you can get gems from. And I highly recommend his channel. He talks about boxing. He also talks about life lessons as well. He's very articulate, very intelligent. When I first saw him, I'm not going to lie, I thought he was, too arrogant. Before I started to embrace arrogance And make sure y'all check out my video series I did last year on the total package. This is one of the components to the total package, which is arrogance. I used to be intimidated by arrogant people. Chris Eubanks, Alan Roger Curry, you know, until I started to realize that arrogance is earned. You have to earn the right to be arrogant. You got to put the work in. And arrogance is your own source of confidence. And the reason why I'm talking to the men, because it starts with us. No woman wants a man that's not confident. And I would go as far as to say a woman would rather an arrogant man than an insecure man. I'm going to say that again. A woman would rather an arrogant man than an insecure man. A woman would rather an arrogant man than an insecure man. When have you ever seen an arrogant man without a woman? Or women? When have you seen an insecure man with a woman unless she has an interior motive? But I digress. Believe in yourself. Affirm yourself. Have confidence in yourself. In the words, and I quote Christopher Eubanks, lie to yourself until it becomes a part of you. I'm brilliant. I'm great. I'm intelligent. I'm smart. I'm strong. Constantly tell yourself this. And eventually it'll become a part of you. And by me saying I'm brilliant, it just, oh man, it changes my whole perspective no matter what I'm going through in my life. And in the thumbnail, okay, this is my favorite boxing pose of all time. And this is my favorite knockout of all time. You got the young Christopher Livingston Eubanks in the signature, what I call the dominant pose, which I do a lot. You know, I do the dominant pose a lot, you know. And they say it's in between an 8-second to 20-second knockout. And I believe it's the greatest knockout of all time. Okay. Make sure y'all check out that knockout. Make sure y'all check out Christopher Eubanks' channel. Make sure y'all check out, you know, that episode called Tell Yourself You're Brilliant. And I just wanted to give my, you know, my 75 cents based off of that episode to men. Okay, you are enough. You are worthy of greatness. You are worthy to be successful. You can be successful. You are brilliant. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are smart. You are strong. Nothing can defeat you. With God. Okay? So I encourage you today, men, be your own man. You don't need the approval of nobody but the man upstairs and yourself. I don't care who it is. Once you become a man, okay, you don't need the approval of your mother. You respect her, you love her, and you honor her. But you have to be your own man, okay? And you do this respectfully. You don't need the approval of your father. You love him, you respect him, you honor him, okay? But you have to be your own man, okay? You don't need the approval of women, okay? You respect women, okay? Be classy with women and not trashy with women. Be honest with women. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Respectfully, classy. And if they too dumb enough to see this diamond, that's their stupidity. If they're too dumb enough to see this diamond, that's their stupidity. If they're too dumb enough to see this diamond, that's their stupidity. And that's their right and that's their choice. And it's ultimately always going to be their loss. So regardless of where you are in your life, men, be your own man. Be your own man. Be your own man. Think for yourself. Make your own decisions. Make your own choices. And accept full accountability and responsibility for your decisions. And before I close, I'm going to have to, sing a little bit of the Chris Eubank's theme that he used to come out to in his entrance by the late Tina Turner. Rest in peace. Simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, simply the best. Hey man, I don't know how I sound, but I'm brilliant, I'm brilliant, I'm brilliant. And until next time, always remember, life is a game of chess, and every move counts. Know the board, know the pieces, win the game. Simply the best, better than all the rest. I'm brilliant, I'm brilliant, I'm brilliant. You're brilliant, you're brilliant, you're brilliant. Enjoy your day and enjoy your week.